Hey now girly, let's create this beautiful summer nail set you guys see here. Yes, if you guys are interested in everything nails, please hit subscribe right now. My name is Jenny Fajes and I upload every other week. So now let's get into today's nail set. My hands honestly looked pretty horrible once I was gonna do my nails. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have them on for like a few days, so yeah, you guys already know how that goes. But anyways, let's get into this tutorial. We're going to start off using our drill and we're going to be taking this drill bit you guys see here. This one I am using to clean up the cuticle area, to lift the cuticle a little bit. You don't want to press down on your natural nail. You don't want to hurt yourself. You literally just want to kind of very lightly go over your nail and just lift that skin a little bit to see what we're going to remove now. So now moving on, once you are done with that, you do want to take your cuticle nippers and any of that skin that lifted and you saw that was like dead skin, this is when you can go ahead and remove it. If you do not feel okay to use this tool, if you feel a little scared and you're afraid to cut yourself, you don't have to use it. Honestly, I know how to use it. I'm used to using it, so that's why I go ahead and use it most of the time. But if you're not comfortable, you definitely can skip this step and just do this one you guys see here. This step also gets rid of any dead skin, any of that cuticle, but it does it just a lot lighter on the skin, if that makes any sense. Both of them are okay and then both of them are safe. It's just a little bit scarier with the cuticle nippers just because you're cutting the skin literally and you don't want to cut too much and hurt yourself. This one obviously is just kind of more like massaging the skin and kind of like removes it very, very softly. So whichever one you feel safer with, definitely go with that. Now, once you're done removing all of that, you do want to go ahead and either use a nail drill, a hand file, or even a buffer to just remove all of the shine from your nail. You don't want to thin your nail out. You literally just want to remove the shine, so like the very first layer, without applying too much pressure and hurting yourself. Now, once that is done, you do want to take some alcohol, and I normally take a brush and just brush off everything from the nail. You don't want any dust. You don't want anything on the nail, so that once you do start applying anything else, you don't have anything on there. Now, for today's video, I'm going to be using the Melody Susie dehydrator and primer. Honestly, I really, really like it. I have used it once or twice already before with you guys, and I don't have any complaints. I've used it on my niece and my sister, and honestly, it's been working perfectly. Now, this step you guys are about to see is something new. I haven't done this in a very, very long time, but I do want to start doing this so it's a lot easier to remove the nails once it is time for me to remove them. So I am going to be using this Beetles peel off coat. So I am going to be just prepping my nail and then applying this right on top again, so it can go ahead and peel off hopefully a lot easier once I'm ready to remove my nails. Just because I remove them so often, I do want to go ahead and use something like this so it could be a lot easier once I do have to pop them off. I will let you guys know how it works, if it's actually easy to pop it off, if you want them to pop off easier, if you should use dehydrator, primer. I'm going to go ahead and just test it out for everyone. So stay tuned. I will let you guys know hopefully in the next video how that works out. Now, for today's video, we're going to be using these tips here. These are the ones from Una Hela. These are the almond shaped nails. I'm obsessed with almond shaped nails, so I'm going to go ahead and use them today. I did go ahead and just size every single nail. You do want to make sure you size from sidewall to sidewall. You don't want it to be too big or you don't want it to be too tight. But once I was done with that, I did go ahead and just take a little bit of 100% acetone, and I did go ahead and just chemically etch the inside of every nail tip. You do want to go ahead and do this onto the nails or with your nail drill, just so you can roughen up the nail tip and it has something to grip onto once you do start applying like the glue or anything like that. So that's what I'm doing here, just with a little brush. I'm just gonna go ahead, and I think this is like one of my polygel brushes that I used to use. I am just taking this brush and just, you know, literally just scraping and like brushing around the inside of the nail tip. And you honestly just want to do it where you know you're gonna have your natural nail touch that nail tip. You don't need to do the whole entire nail tip. So that's what I'm doing here. I am just going to finish chemically etching every single nail, and then once I am done with that, I'm going to be taking my favorite glue. You guys already know I love this glue from Amazon. If you guys are interested, check the links down below. I will leave that there for you guys. but I literally repeated the exact same step onto every single nail. I applied a little bit of glue at the edge and then I pressed down and up. I am honestly under the weather. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it in my voice. I've been sick. I feel like everyone got sick here at my house. At the house, sorry. I feel like it was me, then my husband, then my son, and my daughter is now the one that's been coughing. Let me know if you guys are getting sick too. I feel like everyone's getting sick everywhere at school, even at work. I feel like everyone's getting sick. Yeah, let me know if you guys have been fine or if you guys are getting sick now. I feel like I hate getting sick during the summer because it's hot. But anyways, I applied all of my nail tips, and then with the hand file, I did take this and just file the little edge at every single, the tip, the little edge that it has there, and just file that off just to smooth it out. Then taking my nail drill, as you guys can see here, that's where you can see the nail tip. I want to blend this in so that you cannot see where the nail tip begins and the natural nail. So you basically don't want to be able to see where your natural nail ends and the nail tip begins. So that's what I'm doing here, is literally just filing and just smoothing it out. You do want to apply pressure onto the nail tip so you can go ahead and remove some of that bulk at that edge. But other than that, you just want to file the rest of the nail again just to roughen it up a bit and create a little bit of roughness so it has something to attach anything else that's going to go on top of that. I literally repeat the exact same step on every single nail. I want to make sure I blend in every nail nicely. So again, once I do apply gel polish or whatever you're going to apply on it, it is smooth and it is seamless, so you cannot see any bumps or any ridges or any edges when you do go ahead and just do your design on it. Or if you just do one color of gel polish, you don't see any of that as well. But I'm going to go ahead and just repeat the exact same thing onto every single nail. I did want to ask you guys how your week is going. How's everything? Let me know in the comments down below if you have anything exciting, anything fun. I personally am so excited because tomorrow is my sister's, I think the day that you guys are going to watch this should be the day. But anyways, is my younger sister's, my baby sister's for baby shower for her very first baby. It's a little boy. So I am going to go ahead and help her out with that. I'm so excited just for everything. It should be so beautiful. You guys go ahead and follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere on social media, so you guys can go ahead and keep updated and see how that goes. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's my baby sister. She's not a baby anymore. She's obviously older, but she's still my little sister. But anyways, once I was done with that, I went ahead and just buffed out the nails again to roughen it up and smooth it out at the same time. Then with some alcohol and a little brush, I did brush off any of the dust. I wanted to go ahead and just clean everything up. Once that was done, I did want to go ahead and just take this base coat. I do like to apply base coat because I feel like this helps grip everything on. Normally, well, not normally, but sometimes if you do not do this step and it's smooth on the surface and you apply gel polish, sometimes it could literally just peel off. So I suggest you guys roughening up the nail tip with a nail buffer or a nail drill. I feel like I can't talk before this step. But now moving on, we're going to be using this rubber-based gel. I love NKK rubber-based gels. You guys already know. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you guys want me to try next. And I will order them and try them for all of you guys. But I'm obsessed with these. I feel like the color, the pay, the amount that you get, everything honestly is just so worth it. So to start off, you do want to go ahead and just apply a thin layer of this without curing it. You do not want to cure it and then just grab a lot more. You do want to grab like a big drop and then just apply it towards the cuticle area, as you guys can see here, and basically just get it as close to the cuticle area as possible, and then bring it down. You kind of just want to go sideways and then just bring it down all the way to the tip. You do want to just move all of this around because it's not supposed to just be like a gel polish coat. You do want to create like an apex and everything. So if you do need to move any of this product around just with the liner brush, normally that's what I take. I go ahead and just move it around wherever I need more. If I need less, obviously I kind of just move it around so there's not too much in one spot. But that's literally it for this, you guys. I just take this liner brush and move everything around. Once I'm happy with that, then you want to go ahead and cure. That's the step where you cure. So for myself, I felt like it was a little too sheer, so I went ahead and just layered another layer of this on top. I didn't create any more thickness to it. I literally just applied another layer to it, so as if it was like gel polish, just literally painting it all over the nail. Once I was happy with that, I did go ahead and cure this nail for about 30 or 60 seconds. Now this is the nails done. They were all nude, they were perfect, and these are the colors I'm going to be using for today. These ones here are the Melody Susie ones. These are the ones from their sweet scented plant-based classic dopamine gel polish nail set, I believe, that they sent me a while ago. Honestly, I knew that I was going to use these colors again. I tell you guys all the time, I am balling on a budget. I know a lot of girlies are, so I want to go ahead and do as many nail sets with just one kit, so you guys can go ahead and see that you can reuse it and reuse it and reuse it as many times as you want to create as many nail sets as you'd like at home. But as you guys saw, I did brush on this very first color, which was the light blue, and then just with a little bit of acetone and a little brush, I did clean it up to create the French tip. This is a different way to create the French tip than the way that I normally do, but once you go ahead and cure that French tip, you do want to take a little sponge and just start tapping on the second color. For this like ombre aura effect, I'm gonna go ahead and take this green and apply it at the tip of the nail. I want it to be more saturated there, and then just blend out the rest towards the top and blend it into that blue. You want to go ahead and layer this as much as you want, as dark as you want it to go. So you do go ahead and just do one layer, cure it, another layer, cure it, and then just keep curing and layering it on, layering it on as much as you would like. It's honestly to your preference. Once you're happy with that, you do want to just take this pink color and just start adding little dots on the nail going down. The lower you get, the smaller you want the dots to get. So that's what I'm doing here, just kind of thickening some up. And on the sides as well, I did want to go ahead and just fill in the nails on the sides, just making sure that I get the dots everywhere. Once I was done with that, I did want to take some Macart rhinestone glue and just apply some rhinestones. I did just apply 2 to this nail. I do have these so many colorful little rhinestones. I don't even know where I got them from anymore, but I did want to use them for this nail set. I felt like they were going to be perfect for it. And then with this top coat, I am just going to go ahead and top coat the nail so it's secure and nothing happens to it. And for this next nail, I did kind of want to have that stripe theme going. Since I did do a bunch of stripes on the last one, I kind of liked how that looks. So I went ahead and just added some stripes onto this nail here. You literally just want to do thicker lines going down. The very first color that I used was a little purple color, like a lilac, very soft light purple. This one here, as you guys can see, this line is a little bit thicker than the other one that I just did. And I did, as you guys can see on that little tray, I did add a little bit of white onto the pink that I have for Melody Susie, and a little oh my god, I cannot talk. And a little bit of white onto the green because I did want to get it a little bit lighter. So I did go ahead and do the pink thicker. And as you guys can see, this very light green, I am doing it thinner, and I am curing in between each line. I want to make sure that it's very, very secure. It doesn't go anywhere. So I am curing after I do every line. And then with the green, as you guys can see here, this is where it's darker. I didn't add any white to this one, but I did apply another line thicker than the one before. And here, as you guys can see on this very last line, I'm doing the very light blue that I have. I am going to go in with the dark pink, so the pink with no white, I am going to go ahead and just add a very thin layer on the sides of the pink just to make a little, like, you know, make it pop a little bit more than it already was. Then after that, I did take the orange that I have from that gel polish set, and I did just start outlining a couple of the lines as well. So I did do just one line there, and then for this green one, I did do 2 lines. I love today's nail set. Honestly, it's very colorful, very cute, very girly, very summery, spring. I don't know, it's just giving very much colorful. After that, I feel like this is a fun part. I've been seeing stars everywhere, so I wanted to go ahead and like jump on that as well. And I am just doing stars onto my nails. I felt like yellow was a perfect color for this set because it just had very pretty light colors. I felt like yellow was going to be a perfect pop to it. So I am just drawing a star. I literally just drew a star the way that I would normally do it on a piece of paper, but just obviously a little bit more careful because it's gel polish. But I don't have no like specific technique on how to do the star. I literally just drew a star the way that I would on paper, and then I just kept fixing it as I went. If I needed to thicken a little bit more, if I needed to thin it out, that's what I was doing with the liner brush. But it was honestly very easy to create the star. I feel like it was a lot easier on my left hand and using my right than with on my right hand and using my left. Oh my god, I was struggling. I kept recording over and over and over and over again. So if you guys struggle at home with your non-dominant hand drawing a star, oh my god, you are not the only one. I just did not keep all those clips in here because if not, we would be here like literally all week. No, not really, but I just didn't want to keep it all in there just because I didn't want you guys to see me struggle every single time. I wanted to show you guys that you can go ahead and draw the star. Obviously, if it takes you a few tries, just keep trying, girl, you got this. But once I did go ahead and cure the first layer, I did go in with the second layer afterward. So just taking the yellow and just applying another layer just to make it a lot more dark so you can see the star a lot more so it's not too see-through. So I went ahead and did that, and then I cured it. Then I went ahead and drew the second star towards the bottom of the nail, more towards the tip. So that's what I'm doing here, is just applying literally the second layer. And I wanted to just make sure that it was dark enough. It's, you know, more vibrant, more dark. You can see the star there with 2 layers. And then after that, I did go ahead and just apply some rhinestone glue and just started applying those colorful, cute rhinestones you guys see here. I am just going to apply 4, 2 on each side of the nail. I think honestly the rhinestones brought everything together because they're so colorful and it just matches the nails just perfectly with the colors and everything. Like, I just love this nail set. Once I was done with those 2 nails, I did go into the thumb. I am doing the thumb the exact same way I did the middle finger, so I went ahead and just kind of started it off of camera with the French tip. I did a very pink, light pink French tip, and then with the orange I created that like ombre aura effect. And then with the blue, I am going to be doing the dots blue on this nail so they kind of just stand out compared to the pink and the orange. So I did go ahead and start with thicker dots and then just thinned it out the lower I got. And then that was literally it. After that, I did just go ahead and apply some rhinestone glue on this nail as well. And then I did go ahead and just apply 2 little rhinestones on the side. I did cure that, and once I was done curing, I did take my top coat and did top coat this nail as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about today's design. I'm so obsessed with the way that it looks. Honestly, I feel like it just looks so pretty, so colorful. And to finish off this nail set, you guys already know I want to bring my fingers back to life, hydrate them again, so I am just applying a little bit of cuticle oil, and this is what the nail set looks like. You guys, please let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you guys are obsessed with these nails as I am, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about the nails down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.